Hello YouTubers, welcome to another Kippax Farms video. This is just a couple. I'm going to try and get more done over this next month and try and film lambing. We're a couple of weeks off our lambing now, so this is just a routine job I'm going to film today, which is basically feeding this bale to some sheep we've got in the field a bit further up one of our hills. This time of year the sheep need, especially pregnant sheep, need a bit of extra nutrients, so we tend to place good quality bales in these ring feeders for them to pick at. That's especially more so when you have snow and ice like what we've had over this past week or two. It's a bit treacherous underfoot, but overall this weather's not too bad. Sheep actually are better dealing with cold weather than relentless wet. Most winters since I've taken over the farm have been relentlessly wet, horrible weather. And slightly warm, and that brings its own set of problems. If in fact probably actually brings more than what cold weather like this does. This type of cold weather, what we've got, which is just a bit of snow, the odd and quite a few freezing nights, quite a few consecutive freezing nights. It's pretty good actually. It does them more good than harm. The persistent icy weather will kill a lot of the bugs and nasties which are lying in the soil. It reduces the chance of them picking up liver fluke and stuff like that. Also, the sheep tend to burn what's called brown fat off when it's cold days and like this, and that helps prevent prolapses. So, yeah, I'll take this type of weather over the persistent, relentless wet weather and heavy rains what we've had every other year. So anyway, let's say, just need to get this bale up to a few hungry sheep, so let's get on with that. So I'm going to spike this bale in a minute, but I just want to say one thing about silage. You can't just feed sheep any type of silage. It has to be good quality silage, free of mould. So any bale has to be opened up, inspected. Although we have a lot of bales in our clamp, they do vary in quality. The ones which have maybe a little bit of mould always get fed to the adult cows. And then, like I say, we have to pick and choose the ones which go to the sheep. Fortunately, this year we were pretty good. We had a pretty good crop of silage, and we made lots of nice silage. That's not to say that you don't get the odd mouldy bale, because as you go through the clamp, although we patch them up, you find tears like this. We do tend to patch them up when we're bringing the bales in around sallowing time, but you do miss the odd one, or they just get pierced, or the mould finds its way in through some other means. So those bales have to be fed to the cows, and the sheep have to avoid them. So like I say, I'm going to spike this bale now with the tractor and the spike, and then carry it up about half a mile into over the hill, put it in the ring feeder. Okay, so I've got where I needed to go with the bale now. This is the very top part highest part of our farm. It's a stunning view up here. You can't really see much because it's a bit misty at the minute, but up here on a clear day it's absolutely stunning. This is the ring feeder, which is empty, and behind me I have a load of hungry sheep, although they haven't got to the top. They haven't made their way up to the top of the hill yet. Actually, you can see a bit of the decent scenery over in that direction. It always looks really nice when it snows this time of year, because usually it just looks muddy. But when the snow covers it, everything looks kind of clean and nice and tidy and neat. Because it usually doesn't look like that. It usually looks like a mud bath. Anyway, I'm going to put this bale in that ring feeder. There's a bit of a knack to getting these bales in without taking the feeder apart. It's a bit of a pain in the backside taking the feeder apart anyway at the minute, because the old silage is embedded into it. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and slide this bale into it without crushing the feeder. Let's see if I can do it. There's a bit of a knack to it. Perfect, all in one. Oh, spoke too soon, the feeder's come apart. So I've opened this bale up. It smells delicious. Yeah, don't like this. Last thing is just a quick check at feeder. They have these small hooks. These feeders come apart in two bits. They have these small hooks which keep them together. You just got to make sure when you're feeding a lot of sheep that there's nothing sticking out like these handles. They've got to be sticking in, you know, so they're not protruding out. If you do, they can take an eye out or hurt themselves. So it's just obvious stuff like that, really. So yeah, that's about it. So it looks like I've just got it done in time because it looks like over in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, we've got some more snow coming in. So that's it. So at present we've got about 50 sheep in here and they're probably eating about 2 bales a week, which isn't too bad. Basically we just keep feeding them until once one bale runs out they get fed again. This time, like I said, they're going to eat more now because there's very little grass for them to forage on. So anyway, thanks for watching this. If you like this video, you want to learn a bit more about my farm and sheep and cows and stuff in general, make sure you like and subscribe this video. Thanks a lot, see you later.